There we go. So it's not much of a secret that the number of German companies present in the African market is not where the German government would like it to be. So it's quite minimal. So in order to assist German companies with a focus on small and medium-sized companies in entering the African market, the Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy in Germany launched the African Business Network in German, Wirtschaftsnetzwerk Africa in 2019, with this in mind to provide advisory and support services to German companies towards their endeavors in getting into the African market. Our goals could be classified into threefold. So firstly, we connect existing measures and actors of the German foreign trade and investment promotion and the German Development Corporation. Anyone with an understanding of how things work in Germany knows there are two main ministries and two main players. You have Development Corporation on the one hand, and you have foreign trade promotion. And most often, companies get lost in the middle in trying to find either the right information or getting to the right contact person. So what we do is we bring these two players together, all like the instruments together, and try to facilitate these for the German companies. Second, providing support to companies with a base in Germany. So German-based companies by providing advisory and support services. I'll touch more into this in my upcoming slides. And last but not least, and this is my personal favorite, I'm sorry, but I have to be biased with this one, is the accompanying measures, because realize that it's actually a very helpful and an added value for these SMEs to have someone next to them, basically accompanying them throughout the entire market process from initial business idea to investment. So that's the Africa partner. I'll equally touch more on these in the upcoming slides. And of course, without our network of partners, there wouldn't be an Africa Business Network. So we work with several associations and programs of both the foreign trade promotion and development cooperation. And yeah, I won't go about reading the street in which you can find us in Berlin. We're based in Berlin, and I will share my contact details as well at the end of the presentation. Next slide, please. Talking about partners, this is just a visual representation of our partner organizations. You can see there's a huge family there. We have partners like the Africa Verein, who are extremely active. We equally have the HK, the Chamber of Commerce, we have the GIZ. So this is just for the audience to have an idea of the different partners and organizations we work with a common goal, and the goal being increasing German foreign direct investment in Africa, helping and assisting companies with offers and support towards facilitating their investment endeavors in the African markets. Next slide, please. So our services provide, I'll just quickly go through the slide. So the variety of services we provide at the Africa Business Network, information on the African market. What we did, or rather the German Trade and Invest brilliantly did, is to develop a website. It's called the Africa Business Guide. It's like a one-stop shop. You go there and you have all the available information you might need as a company on the African market. You have country profiles, you have market studies, you have information on upcoming events. We equally have reports from companies either currently engaging or doing business in Africa, or companies having already done that. So it's definitely recommended, and every company should visit the Africa Business Network. In-depth advisory services, this is done through our projects. I'll mention them in the upcoming slides. Initial consultation, contact facilitation. This is done with working together with the German Chambers of Commerce in several African countries, like the one in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Nairobi as well, and in South Africa. and equally identification and examination of business opportunities. And yet again, the Africa partner throughout this process is with the company, accompanying them from business idea to market entry in the African market of their choice. Next slide, please. All right, now a little closer look at the role of the Africa partner. As mentioned earlier, it is our experience that for German companies, especially SMEs, it could be a hustle going on the internet or trying to find the right contact person to talk to, especially if they are at the early stages. So at the coordination office of the Africa Business Network, we have designated contact persons. For instance, I'm the Africa partner for West Africa, and we are personal contact accompanying companies throughout the entire market entry, from initial orientation to completion. And how this looks in the everyday work is we're the initial contact point for companies. They reach out to us with their request. We do a preliminary review of this request, have a call with them, try to understand exactly what their request is and what their business idea is. Some companies are way more advanced than others, so we try to prioritize these. And then we do a referral. We refer these companies to appropriate programs and contact persons for more tailor-made personal and direct access. And we do this by working with two very important partners. We have the CCI Network Office Africa. I think Dr. Sililo is present today, the director of the CCI Network Office Africa, for in-depth consultation regarding foreign trade promotion, and equally the agency for development, business and development for initial consultation regarding development cooperation. And it doesn't stop there. Once this is done, we make sure we reach out to the company, we do a follow-up, and we'll try to figure out what is the next step, what other instruments can they use, and try to accompany them from, like I said, initial orientation to completion. Next slide, please. Right, yeah, and this is equally a visual representation of the projects we did implement this year. Unfortunately, since we're almost arriving at the end of the year, most of the projects are at the phase of completion. But as you can see, every region, on the continent have been covered this year. We had 3 regional projects, one in North Africa on the healthcare sector, in East Africa, food processing and circular economy, and in West Africa, we had a regional project focusing on food processing technology and logistics. So what this project was about, we had, I think, 3 or 4 main offers. There was a market study conducted for this region, made available to German companies, free download. A webinar was equally organized with experts in the field. And last but not least, we had an offer of up to 40 hours free individual consultation, which these companies could take advantage of. Consultations were either done by a Chamber of Commerce or external service providers. And next year, we have a project in Southern Africa in the field of waste management. So just to tell you that these projects have been quite successful so far, and a lot of German companies have taken these projects seriously, and we hope that next year we could do something similar in maybe other countries and in other sectors. Next slide, please. One of the functions of the African Business Network as well is to identify any gaps within the current offers of the foreign trade promotion, and in so doing, develop new measures. And one of the measures we developed this year is the sector experts. So what we realized is that for German companies, there might be a need for setting experts on the ground to assist them in identifying projects. And we have two experts right now. One is sat in Ghana, a Ghanaian, Mr. Kofi Kwashi. He's an expert in the field of food processing and technology. He sat at the German Chambers of Commerce in Accra, and his let's say job is to identify concrete business opportunities in the field of food processing, share these opportunities with us at the coordination office in Berlin, and we intend to spread the word among our partners, as you saw in the previous slide, or German companies who've registered with us at the coordination office. By so doing, create some sort of matchmaking between the Ghanaian companies and the German companies. And so far, Mr. Kwashi has been able to submit, I think it's more than 13, it's not updated, business opportunities, and we've received a total of 13 expression of interest from German companies. And a few of these companies are currently in bilateral talks with Ghanaian companies, and hopefully we have some positive results to share with everyone in the upcoming weeks. The same applies to Egypt, where we have a sector expert in the water sector, Dr. Peter Riyad. Equally started in February, and he's sat at the German Arab Chamber of Commerce in Egypt. Same thing goes for him, identifies business opportunities in the water sector. He's been brilliant so far, identified 14 business opportunities, and we've in turn received 27 expressions of interest from German companies, and we can already talk about 2 completed matches and 2 partnership agreements being signed between the German companies and the Egyptian companies. So this measure is proven to be quite successful, and we're really excited with the results so far. Next slide, please. All right. So I'm looking forward. We, as mentioned, would like to equally have a project in Southern Africa. So we're currently looking towards implementing a regional project in the waste management in Southern Africa. We hope to extend the sector experts to cover new sectors and new countries. Unfortunately, I can't give out this information right now, but hopefully in the upcoming weeks we can know exactly if perhaps in Nigeria we'll have a sector expert in a particular sector. That would be great, I think. And another measure we have for next year is a voucher system for individual advisory services. This is a system that's going to replace the individual consultation. The German companies would have a voucher system which will be subsidized by the government, and they can take advantage of these and receive consultation from experts. So I think this is my last slide. I guess. Next slide, please. Exactly. So that was my last slide. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to give this presentation. I would have loved being in person, but nonetheless, I hope the message has been communicated. The German government is not just talking the talk, but it's walking the walk as well. And there are several instruments and support systems available for German companies to take advantage of, so as to increase their involvement in the African market, because we know it is the market of the future, if not the market of now. So thanks a lot.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed for that presentation, Mr. Oscar Ikome-Likambi.